name's Coral Dando and I'm a Professor of Forensic Psychology at the University of Westminster in London. My background is not a typical academic background. I started my working life as a police officer working down here in London with the Metropolitan Police, and I did 13 or 14 years of service with the Metropolitan Police, and then I gave up work and took a career break to have a family. I returned to education in my mid-30s where I took my undergraduate degree in psychology. Immediately following that I took a PhD. I completed my PhD in applied cognition. My current research agenda is takes what we as psychologists know about cognition and looks at how we can use that information in an applied setting. So I'm a forensic psychologist, and so I apply theories of cognition to the forensic world, and that's an umbrella term to mean anything to do with the law, the criminal justice system. My primary area of expertise is in human memory, long-term memory, a particular type of memory called episodic memory. And this is a particular type of memory that witnesses and victims of crime have to access when we ask them to remember what they've experienced. And we know the way in which investigators, so police officers typically, ask questions of witnesses and victims has an impact on the quality and the quantity of the information that they remember. So the work that I've done is associated with trying to support witnesses and victims to remember as much as possible using techniques, for example, such as sketching to remember, which helps them to trigger their memory of a particular event. Here at the University of Westminster, I teach undergraduate in their final year, which is level 6, and I teach forensic psychology. I also supervise master's students and undergraduate students in their final year dissertation or their master's dissertation. Dissertation students in their final year have to undertake a piece of autonomous research because this is a science degree, and so what I do is I support them through the whole of that process, from thinking of an idea to developing that idea into becoming, to actually living into a research design, and collecting their data, analysing their data and writing it up in the form of a research report. I do a similar thing with master's students but at a more complex level, and I also have PhD students here. I not only work in the UK, I also work in Europe and in North America. So for example, in Europe I've worked with the International Criminal Court on supporting them to develop training courses for interviewing witnesses and victims. I also work at the moment in North America, and I'm doing a piece of work with the FBI on interviewing using non-coercive methods for supporting people to provide information. So persuasion, I guess you'd call it.